where this is posted at and everything. We're going to go through this real quick so we can actually get to the news. So where do you find this, everybody, is if you log into your Karatbars dashboard, click on your General tab, go to Downloads, and then go to your Terms and Conditions. And you'll see the KCB to KBC exchange timeline in there, okay? And so all you have to do is just click on that, and your timeline will come up with dates that Karatbars is projecting for us. And of course, the first two that we want to talk about, Ralph, are the top two ones, and kind of address those two right there, especially the consideration of the KBC and KCB rate, how that's going to be exchanged.
That is the question of the day, is it not? And that's, it's kind of exciting to know that it's set. It's kind of, creating some anticipation, that's for sure. So it's already being set. So Mr. Seitz has got that number. It's been set. We will get that information sometime after the close of business tomorrow. So sometime after 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in Canada anyways, that will be announced after that point tomorrow. And that's when it's going to become public, right, Wendell?
Right.
Right. So,
we don't know exactly the time. We just know it will be after that period, everybody. So just hang loose, okay?
Yep. I know we're all waiting with bated breath. We're just so excited to hear, right?
Everybody's excited, and we get that. And, corporate recognized the problems that we were having and the issues we were having this past weekend. And so once again, they stepped in, they changed it, they altered it, and give us a couple more days. And now then they're allowing for that as we move forward. So.
Yeah, that's, it's been good for people that were unable to process their transactions last week and get those in. So it's really made a big difference for a lot of folks.
Yeah. Well, let's kind of look at some of these other dates, like on December the 21st here. And of course, that's the exchange or swap for KCB to KBC and how it's activated on KaratBit. So kind of let everybody know something about that, how that's going to happen.
Right. Well, whenever you have a token and there's going to be what's called a swap, it's going to be swapped out for the new coin. So it's no longer going to be a ERC20 token. It's going to be a full-fledged coin on KaratNet. So what will happen is there'll be a new button or a feature added, one of the features that'll be added over the next coming days, but will be activated as of the 21st, will be this feature that all the KCBs that we have in our KaratBit accounts that have been deposited in there from wherever, our Trezors or our My Ether wallets, just from our Ether wallets into KaratBit. Well, then at that point, we can manually go in, and there'll be a button in there that we can click, and we can then swap our KCB ERC20 token to the KBC KaratNet coin. Okay, and that's going to be live after the 21st. And there's going to be more, like it says there's going to be more exciting news that'll be revealed during the event that we are able to do with that. We're able to swap it for. So that's kind of exciting, right?
Yeah, that's really, that's an important date. But
it's a big step, yes.
Yeah, it is for a fact. Ralph, when we move forward into January, of course, we talked about January the 15th and what that meant, to everybody. And our new promotion will be announced then. But, on January the 5th, let's talk a little bit about why the supply, is defined, why that is so important and what that means to the market.
Right. Well, what will happen at that point is that we'll have the ability at that point to freely manipulate our KBC KaratNet coin. So we'll be able to trade it. We'll be able to freely move it about. We'll be able to transfer it one to another, different accounts, and we'll actually be able to use it in the open markets And what that's going to be nice about the total supply is that because once we get the KCBs and we get the KBCs, ERC20 tokens, into Carrotbit, we'll have the ability then to migrate them into the KBC CaratNet. But the company knows, what we have out there in both in circulation in KBCs, these are ERC20 tokens. We also know what the KCBs that have been actually will be in circulation at that point. And so we're going to know what the total supply of the KBC CaratNet coin will be. And that's important because that's what's going to allow like a supply and a demand, right? And so we know we have some tied up in nodes. We have some tied up in Bun V, which is into the gold vaults. So those are all not in circulation, right? So that ties that up. Also, we are the only cryptocurrency currently offered that will have a built-in demand. As soon as we get our phones and activate those, there's an instant demand that's created. KBC CaratNet will be consumed. When we get our computers and we activate those, that's going to be a built-in consumption demand for the coin. And that's what all the fees are generated into are going to be KBC CaratNet coins. And anything that we collect will be converted. Any BTC payments that are made are converted into KBC. What it does is it creates a demand, and that's what other coins lack for driving the price. So it's going to be affected by market pressure. It's also going to be, and we'll get into that a little later, about being based, the gold-based coin, right? So we'll go into that slide a little later, but I think that should cover that for most people. That it's that supply and it comes into the demand.
Beautiful. That's really beautiful, Ralph. The fact that we have a coin that builds value itself.
Yes, right. Self-fulfilling.
Yeah, through our system.
Right.
And that's a beautiful thing. And the way it builds value, though, is when we think about this, and we had to think about our new coin, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people want to know, well, is that new coin, is it going to be based upon gold like the KBC is?
Yeah, that's right.
So we have that part that is a built-in, as well. So it's just
right.
it's nice all the way around. But as far as we've talked about, and you've heard this term a lot about people and our coins being burned.
Mm-hmm.
The extra supply. So you want to touch on that on both coins for just a second, and then we'll go ahead and go on.
Right, absolutely. So any of the ERC20 tokens that we have now, whether they're KBC or KBC, the company has assured us that they are not going to burn those, regardless of whether they're on your dashboard, whether they're going to be on your treasures or in your wallets. They're not going to burn those. What is going to get burned is what is going to be in excess to that. So what we have that are in our Carrotbits, in our accounts, and all that are owned by us, those will not get burned. It's going to be the excess supply only that the company is in control of at the hard fork. And the other thing that's good to be noted here, in January and February, you notice that there's the ERC20 contract there. Even though we don't move our ERC20 tokens into the KBC CaratNet yet, we're still able to use that for a period of time and still manipulate them on the open market and trade them. And that's what's going to be nice about that. There's a transition period that we're going to have. And we have, like it says down here, it's important to note that there's going to be at least 6 months to be able to convert these. Because some people are away. Some people are gone for extended periods of time. There is no need to panic. Your coins are safe. Your tokens are safe the way they are now. Once they're converted, they're going to be safe as well. So we have, this is the process. A lot of people think hard fork is a date in time. and once it happens and it passes and it's gone and everything gets burned. That's not the case. The company has set this up properly, and this is a process that is going to start to gradually happen. And as noted, and again, the company is coming through, there's going to be an opportunity for us from the 21st of, what is it? There's a 4th, from the 4th, what is it? The 21st of December to the 4th of January. We're going to have an opportunity, and it's something we're going to want to be paying close attention to. Stay plugged into your gold directors, stay plugged into your teams, stay plugged into these huddles, do whatever you can to keep communicating, because those are going to be some things that are going to be announced at the Madrid event, and we're going to find out what those incentives are going to be. And this is going to be something that we can use our ERC 20 KCBs for, so that we will have options. We don't have to swap them for KBC's CaratNet. We're going to have other options during that 2-week period only, though. Okay. Yeah. So we're going to want to pay close attention and be plugged into our teams for sure.
Y'all listen to what he's saying now, okay? Very important during that time period to be plugged into somebody or something, okay? Whether it be a huddle, whether it be our coffee session, whether it be your upline, whatever it is, okay? Or your back office.
Exactly. It will be updated in the back office. I check that sometimes 5-6 times a day, because a lot of times, like right now, there's going to be things coming fast and furious over the next couple of weeks till the end of the year. So it's something that we really need to keep plugged into for sure.
Yeah. Absolutely. You know, that's pretty reassuring, because, you know, we're always on a time crunch, but we have 6 months, everybody. Okay. 6 months to make this conversion. Okay. That's what they're giving us. So
at least 6 months.
At least. You know, it's pretty
I'm sure they'll check with the field, see where everybody is, see what's not accounted for, that's still out and not been swapped out, right, into some form that they've offered. And they'll know what that is, right, because they know what they've distributed. So they'll know how much more time is going to be needed to get that taken care of.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, this we've already kind of touched on this.
Yes, we did.
You know, of course, the rate that Ralph is talking about, that conversion rate, has already been fixed, okay? We don't know what it is yet, but it's been fixed. And just to be fair with everybody, they're not going to announce it until sometime after the launch is finished tomorrow at 23:59. Is that right, Ralph?
That's right. That's
23:59 Central European time, or
that's
something.
That's right. That's what it is. That's what it is. And I just wanted to clarify, Wendell, just because it's going to take 6 months or more doesn't mean we can't do things with our coin in the meantime and our tokens. We're still going to have full access to manipulate them, to move them, to trade them, to put them into Bun V, to trade them on the open market. We're still going to have full access from the 21st on. So don't think that we're just going to have to wait another 6 months to do anything with this. No, we have full access to this after the 21st to do what we want with our tokens, or if we swap them out for the KBC CaratNet coin, we will have the opportunity to do what we choose with those, okay? So the same as we have now with the KBC, right? So you don't have to just leave it there and look at them.
Don't panic.
Right. Yeah, we have up to 6 months or more to migrate them. Exactly. So well said. That's good. Just want to clarify that. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So this is one of the things that we've been talking about for a long time. And that's to make sure that in preparation for hard fork, okay, that we make sure that our CaratBit account is linked to our Karatbars dashboard. So we're going to talk about that and how that we go about doing that. So there is a latest news in everybody's back office, okay, that that you can reference to on this. So we're going to basically go through this real quick. Ralph, you want to take everybody through, and I'll just go with the slides here and
okay. And you interject where I miss out on. All right. Well, this is where if you log into your Karatbars dashboard, you'll see down in the bottom right corner there, you'll see a Karatbit ID. If you have not linked your Karatbit account, that will be blank. There won't be an ID there. And so the next step would be to go to and log into your Karatbit account, click on the settings, and at this point, you're going to go to the, you have the 4 tabs there. We click on the Karatbars authorization, and then you'll click on the Karatbars logo. You will enter your Karatbars criteria. So your Karatbars username, your Karatbars password, enter your CAPTCHA, and log in. If you have your 2FA turned on in your Karatbars, you'll need to enter your 2FA at that point. Now, once you've logged in at that point, you're now linking your accounts, you will have to authorize this application. This allows Karatbars, if you choose to, you still have to make a choice, but it allows Karatbars to pay you in Bitcoin with this application. So it's requesting approval. You need to approve it. It doesn't automatically select Bitcoin as your payment option. It just gives you the ability to choose that in the future if you decide to. So you need to approve that. And then you'll see that there will be a user ID that will be filled in on your Karatbars dashboard. You'll go back to there and you'll see that there will be a number there. You need to verify that that number matches the number that is in your Karatbit back office as well. Now, I've not had, when I've done this process, and folks, this is something that's really important. And we've been knowing this for several years now. If you're logged into your Karatbars office in, say, your wife's account, and then you're going to try and link your Karatbit account, you need to make sure you're logged off of all other Karatbars, Karatbit, KaratPay. You need to log off of all those applications, because what happens is we can cross-contaminate information. The system, it just happens occasionally if you stay logged in. So I make sure that I only work on one account at a time. So you'll make sure that you're in the account that you're trying to sync with Karatbit only. And that's the only accounts that you would have logged into, okay? So you can verify that those numbers match. And I've never had an issue with linking a Karatbit account to a Karatbars and there being a problem with that number not matching. So I just thought of that just now, Wendell. It's so important to make sure that we don't have those other accounts logged into. Because what we've seen is that they thought that they were registering somebody in this one position, but because they were logged in somewhere else, they didn't notice that they were still in their wife's account or a friend's account or something else, right? So yeah, just always log out and start fresh.
You know, everybody, this is really not a hard process to go through.
No.
It's just as simple as Ralph was saying, settings, okay, Karatbars authorization, and click on the logo, and it will ask you what you need and what to put in there and everything. Right. So the main thing is you make sure you authorize the Bitcoin authorization so that it accepts, if you want to accept Bitcoin as a method of payment or through your commissions and everything. Right. So now, Ralph, is there a YouTube video that people can reference to on this as well?
There should be a training in the, if we go back to the Karatbars training or the Synergy Gold YouTube sites, you will find training on this in there. Yeah, I don't have it to reference here, but it is, there's all the trainings we could require or possibly want are on those official sites that we should all be subscribed to.